Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to share a little something with you guys today on a thing I got. Stage Right from Monotone, I believe it is, from Amazon, with a vintage 30 in it, 112 cab. The reason I'm sitting down is so I can show you how close it is here to my Engel cab, which, as you all know, Engel makes pretty heavy duty stuff and a little bit oversized and all. This is also a 112 loaded with a G1265. Okay, and as you can see, this thing is a tiny bit taller. Oh, sorry about that. It's a tiny bit taller and almost as wide. Probably got about, maybe inch and a half, couple inches there or something is all. Reason I wanted to share this with you is in case anybody out there is looking for a quality 112 cab that's vintage 30 loaded for a very good price. This thing was $209, okay? If you just order up a Celestion vintage 30 speaker by itself, it's $170. Maybe you can find it for about $160 depending on where you buy it from, but yeah, about $160, $170 for just the speaker. And well, this thing, so basically for what, about 30, 40, somewhere in there dollars, you get and it's actually a pretty well built cab. And I looked up the specs on, say, an orange cab, virtually the same specs, almost to the T. This is a little bit taller, a little bit narrower than the orange cab, and it's actually a tiny bit deeper. And that orange cab is $450. So, I mean, and if anybody out there knows why that's so much more than this cab, please feel free to let me know. But in my opinion, you're just paying for a name, basically. And speaking of paying for a name, well, this Engel cab here, right? Well, it was well over $400 as well, with shipping and tax and everything, right around $500. This thing was $209. Like I said, virtually about the same specs as the orange cab, which is also vintage 30 loaded. Even down to the weight, the orange cab is like 32 pounds. This is like a little bit over 30, so very well built. It's not a small cab, it's not a real light cab, it's lighter than the Engel, but the Engel is a closed back. That brings me to another thing here. And this is what I dig about this. They call it an open back. It's essentially a partially open back with your top and bottom baffles and the slit in the middle, which obviously would be very easy to come up with a piece of wood that size there and make it a completely closed back. And I mean, some people like the sound of a open back better than the closed back. So I kind of like that better about a cab like this, actually, is because it gives it a different sound and you can mess around with making it a closed back, right? Oh, and I'm not set up right now to give a really good sound example, but this thing sounds much better than my Engel cab, actually. It sounds really good. I mean, I'm just super impressed with the quality of this cab for, a little over $200 when the speaker itself is about 160 or 70, It actually sounds better than, I think I said that. But also, they are the different speakers. I'm sure if I put the vintage 30 in my Engel cab, that would sound better. That is a closed back cab, but Anyway, I have some other speakers to play with and everything. I kind of got this thing to specifically to do speaker swap outs and experiment with that end of it, because it's obviously very easy to swap out the speaker in there, right? So, you know, I'll be digging into some of that, but just wanted to share that with you guys, and in case anybody's in the market for a good 112 cab with a vintage 30, it's like, this is the only way to go in my opinion. I mean, a couple $100 as opposed to $450 and up, you know. Seen one, go to Sweetwater or whatever and look up 112 cabs, that $450 for that orange was actually one of the cheaper ones. That little Friedman that was like way smaller than this was like, I don't remember exactly, like $650 or $700 or some shit, you know. I mean, I think, like I said, I think they're just paying for the name in a lot of cases, but I'm totally happy with this. Yeah, did extensive playing on it, compared it to the Engel cab, going back and forth for quite some time, and this is the one. I mean, it's super impressive. So anyway, I'm going to share that with you, and I hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you liked the video. Everybody take care. Cheers.